Well, welcome to the Friday devotional. John Miller here. And I'd like to pause in our series in Proverbs to talk about what happened last week and the murder of Charlie Kirk and how that has impacted our society and, of course, way beyond that. Why is it that many of us feel so deeply about it? I know it has deeply affected my wife and me. And what are some of the reasons for that? Why did our last Thursday night at Young Professionals, there was so much emotion involved with this, and so much emoting and expressing how powerful this impacted our Gen Zs. Why is that? And someone emailed me a statement from a guy named Chad Prather. And I want to read it to you because I think it tries to get at maybe a reason why this touches many of us so deeply. It goes like this: the reason you feel Charlie's death so deeply is because grief doesn't measure itself by proximity. It measures itself by meaning. You didn't have to know him personally to feel the sting of his absence, because when a voice like his goes silent, something in the atmosphere shifts. The reason it feels heavier than so many other tragedies is because your spirit recognizes that this is not just about a man. It is about a battle. Scripture says eternity is written in our hearts. And when someone who carries truth with boldness is suddenly gone, eternity aches within us. It's like our souls know instinctively that the darkness celebrated, and that strikes us at the core. The reason you can't shake it is because psychologically, we don't only attach ourselves to people, we attach ourselves to symbols. And Charlie became a symbol of conviction in a time of compromise, courage in a time of fear. And when a symbol is struck down, it rattles something primal and eternal inside us. That's why even those who never met him feel it. There is a strange thread pulling at us, and it is not imagined, it is real. We are bound together by a shared purpose, by shared longing for truth, by the Spirit of God Himself weaving us into a fabric that cannot be torn apart. This loss pulled at that fabric, and every one of us, I would say many of us, felt the tug. So if you're wondering why this hits so hard, it's because your soul knows. It knows this is bigger than news. This is bigger than politics. This is about eternity, about truth, and about the weight of a man whose life carried both. And so obviously that's an opinion, and it's opinion I express and I share, and you're listening. And this is a monologue and not dialogue, but I think the whole thing about Charlie Kirk was the opportunity to dialogue and converse and to share disagreements and to share convictions. And that has been lost in our culture. Wherever you are on the spectrum of dealing with this issue, I'm sure you will agree, we're just not talking to each other the way I think at least it was more of a discussion perhaps back when. Actually, I think it began with COVID, when the controversy of COVID and the COVID shots and all of that, and there was strong opinions about taking it and not taking it, and of course the deaths and all the problems and perhaps the lies and the politics that were intertwined. And we stopped talking to family members because we didn't want to have conflict within the family. And that carried over to politics. And so much of it is in the political arena where we talk about what is truth, what is moral, what is immoral. So values and morals are inextricably linked with politics today like never before, in my opinion. And it makes us hesitant to talk to somebody for fear that there might be an argument or just so strong, I don't want to hear what you have to say. Well, I think Charlie wanted to hear what people had to say. He just happened to disagree with them. And you may not agree with everything that Charlie had to say. But I'll tell you what, if you watch many of his videos without the edits that some media outlets would give you, I mean without edits, I think you'd see maybe a different kind of man than maybe you've been led to believe. But whatever you believe, we need to be talking about these great subjects of our day and learning from each other and listening to each other. So there's just some thoughts from me today as I tried to deal with what happened last week. Anyway, you have a great weekend. Hope to see you Sunday. Bye-bye.